Thank you all. Let me just say, you haven't lived until you've seen an all-stars talent show in the South Bronx, too. So if anybody ever finds themselves in New York with some extra time, give us a holler, because we can show you something you've never seen before. So again, let me just echo the comments of both John and Antoine. Thank you all so much for coming out today and supporting our efforts to build bridges across Dallas. Your support for the All-Stars, really for everything you're doing to build a greater Dallas, is greatly appreciated by all of us. And let me just simply say, in a lot of discussions I have about the All-Stars, people often say the organization's a great anti-poverty program. And please do start eating. Otherwise, you'll go hungry. So, and I'll keep this short. But they say it's a great anti-poverty program, and it is. It may be the best in the country, but it's not the poverty that I think most people think of. Financial poverty is cruel. It's destructive. It leaves lifelong scars on those who it afflicts. It needs to be fought and combated at every turn. But there's another kind of poverty that exists that's actually more pervasive and is causing great damage to people throughout the country, and it's one that we don't talk about enough, and that's relational poverty. Dallas it's a fabulous city, and it's filled with wonderful people. It's filled with rain, too. It's an incredibly diverse and a very heterogeneous city, but it's organized in very homogeneous pockets. We have all the diversity of all the truly great cities in the world, but you don't see it when you're driving through the individual communities or neighborhoods around town. And because of this, we aren't as good at relating to each other as we could be. And look, there are a lot of programs that are out there that take the youth from impoverished communities, and they help them better relate to the possibilities that higher education unlocks, or it helps them better relate to the business community, or better relate to lifelong skills they need to live a fulfilled life. And they're terribly important programs, and a number of y'all are associated with all of those, and we need them for Dallas. But I can speak from my own experience. When I'm in an impoverished community somewhere in South Dallas or West Dallas, I'm as poor at relating to people in those communities as they are to me. And if I'm truthful, I'm nervous searching for those points of commonality when you're in a conversation with them as they are with me. I feel like I'm not sure what I have to offer in a conversation matters, in very much the same way that they oftentimes feel. And I'm as intimidated to be in those communities and happy to be leaving them to get back to someplace I know as well, as oftentimes they are when they are visiting with us. So it's intriguing when you look at it from that perspective, because there are holes on all sides. And I know at every table today we have one of the youth who's an all-star. I know some of y'all have had a chance to talk to those youth. They're fabulous. You're going to have a great lunchtime conversation with them. And I thank them very much for being here. But I think it'd be an interesting exercise to imagine yourself going to a high school somewhere in South or West Dallas, and you're the person at a lunch table alone for an hour, trying to have a conversation or trying to connect with the kids that are around you. It is a daunting thought. And yet these kids are here today because of the All-Stars and because of the opportunities they create for development, to where we are blessed to have the opportunity to talk to them. So I would like to give a shout out and applause to all of our table hosts today. Thank you for your courage. So when it comes to relational poverty, we're all poor. And it's a true epidemic facing the country. As John said, it just feels like a force that's sweeping over things. It afflicts North and South, black and white, Asian, Hispanic, rich, poor. We just simply aren't relating to each other the way that we used to, and this is where the All-Stars comes into play. All-Stars attacks financial poverty, but it does so by tackling relational poverty head-on. They use performance, and so it teaches disadvantaged youth that they have a lot to offer, and they do it through all-star talent shows where they get to stand up on stage and perform. They do it through paid internships, through the development school, through youth. It creates a platform where they understand there's a bigger world that they can relate to, but it doesn't stop there. It also reaches out to the donors and the mentors and the adult volunteers, and it makes it clear that we have a lot to learn from these interactions as well. It creates venues and spaces where people from diverse backgrounds and economic means can share experiences, have true conversations, value conversations, and write new stories of our lives together. So By building bridges across these different communities and creating an understanding that we all have much to learn and we all have much to give to each other, the All-Stars is addressing the poverty of relating to each other, and that is a prerequisite to solving so many other problems that our society faces. And none of this would be happening without y'all in this room. So thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being here and engaging. And I want to congratulate today's honorees, Michelle Hartman of Baker McKenzie and Dr. Joe May of the DCCD, the Dallas County Community College District. Thank you for all of your efforts, for what you're doing. And let me also give a shout out real quickly. Our incoming board, our new fearless leader of the All-Stars in New York, Maria Morris, is also here today, carrying the flag from the national branch. Maria, raise your hand. Through y'all's support, in 3 short years, Dallas has rocketed up the number, the cities that the All-Stars is engaged with. It's finding new and innovative ways to bring people together. So thank you so much, Maria. Thank you for being here. And with that, let me pass the program back over to Antoine, who has been a fabulous partner in crime. So thank you all very much.